I was going to comment on something that's frequently referenced around drugs and alcohol use. And there is this part of the Mental Health Act that is saying that being dependent on substances does not constitute, a disturbance or disability of mind, and is not a mental illness under the Mental Health Act. And it's frequently quoted, and I have to say it's not accurate, because that's what it says about dependence. But within the Mental Health Act, there is explicit reference to other illnesses, mental illnesses, for example, depression or anxiety, that are disorders of the mind and do deserve treatment, if you like, even if you believe that they are directly caused by drugs or alcohol. It does not make any difference. And also in the same, if you like, paragraphs, it describes how you can treat people as long as you target, if you like, the other mental illness. And also conditions like intoxication or withdrawal are mental illnesses under the Mental Health Act. Therefore, this idea that, that's not mental illness, nothing to do with us, is actually totally wrong. There is this concept of dual diagnosis, a bit out of favor, co-occurring mental illnesses and substance abuse. It's universal. It is there all the time. People who drink alcohol, 80% will be depressed, and they do require treatment, and they do have to be offered treatment. And again, the expectation is that mental health services should be helping out, should be running the show, should be helping people, and should be supporting them, and should be, if you like, approach drug and alcohol services and make sure that the appropriate treatment is provided. And one of the biggest relapse, if you like, indicators to substance use is exposure to stressors. So if you're homeless, you're not going to stop using substances, because that's sometimes the only thing that makes sense to you within the context of what is going on. So addressing all these things is the only way to make a difference in people's lives.
Cool. And I'm hearing from that, Kostas, as well, like mental health services are also potentially kind of turning people away because of the substance use and making it more difficult. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And again, this is something that can and should be challenged by everyone involved in someone's care. So all you have to do is just reference that, the national CPA policy that's currently in place that explicitly states when someone has a dual diagnosis, their care should be provided under the care program approach, unless a specific assessment suggests otherwise. And I don't think anyone is going to make an assessment and decide that this is not the case. So the expectation and mental health services should be challenged whenever they say, go and stop drinking and then come back for us to treat your depression. That can be challenged straight away. I know it's not happening, but it can be challenged.